Okay, I've really kind of got in a update loop where I went through several iterations since I last did this um, to make the graphics and the character show up better. The timer indicates the time a little better, and when I finish the phrase, it locks me out so I don't keep typing and running the clock up. Um, So also, I put the whole phrase down here, and it kind of, helps a bit with the speed because when you're done typing the previous character, you're already looking at the next one, a little more like regular typing where you plan ahead a little bit. Let me see what I can do on speed here. Let's see, I am recording. Okay. Okay. So, and I'm going to be talking, so it's probably not my fastest. But I have gotten this down to about 48 seconds, which, if I read off the screen and type on my regular laptop keyboard, it takes about 20 seconds, for me to type this phrase. So I'm in the ballpark, and the keys really suck. So I'm already out of the split screen. Let me see if I can just finish this up. Okay, and that's 55 seconds. Wow, that's not much slower. And I was talking. That's not much slower than my fastest time, which I think was 45 seconds. Huh. Well, so this allows me to type. Like I can go and try to type this. So if I type it without looking at the keys, I think it's about 10 seconds that I type this without really like trying to blaze super fast. But I'm just typing regular, my average speed of going, okay, I got to type this sentence. It's about 10 seconds on my regular keyboard on my laptop. So on here, 55 seconds, quite a bit slower. Now, I haven't learned these keys. I've memorized the keys on my laptop, or it would take me a lot longer. I've added some strange keys up here. I mean, this is not actually code, but it kind of looks like code. It has a lot of the characters of code. Let me set that back. And I can get to like strange characters fairly quickly. Let's see, that's okay. I can get to I never have to take my fingers off the keys. I guess I could try to split screen here. I never have to take my fingers off the keys. The whole time I'm learning this, I've never looked at my hand. I've never felt the urge to look at, where are my fingers going. I can recognize, oh, you're using the wrong finger, without even looking at my hand. Like right there, I used the index finger. Totally goofing. I used the index finger instead of the finger that I was supposed to use. But I don't have to look at my hand to see that. I already know it, because I'm like, I'm looking at the graphic and going, oh, that's not the key I pressed. So that's better than when you are learning the keyboard for the first time. If anybody remembers when they learned the keyboard, and they at first they're reading all the keys on the keyboard. I'm basically at that level, and then later, once you get better, you start putting tape over the keys on the keyboard to make sure you don't read the keys on the keyboard, and then you just get into a chat room or something that requires you to type fast, and you're not reading what you're typing off a sheet of paper, so you can type even faster, or you're typing kind of conversationally. Your friends are on the other end and you're trying to respond to them quickly, so you're like highly motivated to say what you want to say real quickly. Well, I'm still at the putting the tape over the keys phase of learning these. In fact, I'm going to shuffle all these keys around because I'm going to make it work with Vim a little bit better, and some of the keys. So I think, let's see, if I say reset, this is actually not simple. I got to refresh, and then look at the complete list of keys here. I've highlighted the Vim keys, the ones that I use most for navigation, and you can see these aren't the simplest keystrokes. So the simplest keystrokes are like the F right there, that's 2 strokes. The simplest ones, I think, that I haven't used many of, are now tied up with O and U and stuff like that. This is one of the simplest keys right here. A is very simple on here because it's just the tip, but this one is just bending the knuckle joint. So this could be used instead of O. This should probably be like the HJKL keys should probably be right here, and then maybe ASDF or something like that. So I haven't even memorized the keys. I'm just trying to go through and type with the keys that are displayed on the screen. So when I try to type that with by reading them off the screen onto my laptop keyboard, it's about 20-25 seconds if I wait for the thing to show up, for the next character to show up. And so this is a bit slower than that, but of course I haven't memorized any of these keys on the keyboard. I've memorized them all. So I'm trying to estimate what speed is this one-handed mobile keyboard going to compare speed-wise to a regular keyboard. And some of the things are actually not too bad. Like when I'm doing these very odd keys, I don't have to look down on the keyboard. Where's my curly bracket? Where's my backslash? I never have to look down at the keyboard. I have not yet looked at my hand to find out where my finger is, because my hand is I never reposition my fingers. All this time when I'm typing all these different keys in all these videos, I've never you don't reposition your fingers. Your fingers are in this position at all times. So that's a big advantage. So in some character sets, in some scenarios, it might be it's probably going to take me forever to get to the odd keys, but in this, but you can see that I'm not repositioning my keys to my fingers to get to the hat there, the caret. Unlike a regular keyboard where you got to look, where is the caret? I got to hit the shift key and the 5, the 6. I just had to look at it again. So with this one, you don't have to do that. So I think there is a way to, to make these better, more navigable, and then I'm going to get over to, because I have this here, I'm going to get into Droid Vim. I don't even know what word I could type right here, but when I get into this, I'll improve the keys, the Droid keys, the Vim keys, and Droid Vim keys, I guess I could say, and make them easier to type, because some of them, they could be easier. So now that I know which keys are easiest to type, I've only been typing on this for about a month at a straight pace, month and a week or two. And so I'm discovering new things about which key combinations are actually easy, which are the fastest, and stuff like that. And so I am getting some of these at a reasonable speed. And I have crappy switches in here right now, and some other mechanical improvements that could easily be made. I'm not really focusing on those right now because it's working. It's working. It's a little slower than I would like it, but I got a lot of steps to improve the speed. The last 2 weeks has just been improving this, where I had been using 3 character combinations for each one of these, for each color, for each one of those images. I had a 3 character code, which I had to calculate, like, where am I going to move my thing, which joint am I going to move, and what am I going to do with it, for each one of those. And you can see that the chords here have 2, sometimes 2, 3, 4 in a chord. So this glyph thing, each one of these is a character, and you can see there's multiple strokes on some of them. With the glyph, it's easy to condense those in your mind down to like a single movement, single finger movement. So that's just an update on some changes. I've been cycling through this UI a lot, but there is more to come. So there's going to be some upcoming improvements soon, and I guess I'll do some time trials on each of these. I get a screen capture every time I beat my previous time, so I'll put those into a blog post on my website, Handexercizer.io. Go there for updates. Bye-bye.